What does Skylar White, Ross Geller, Andy Bernard, and the FIA have in common? They all make the product impossible to enjoy. In fact, they make me wish the maxi golfers were real.
If you want to watch a bunch of rich pussies, you might as well stay tuned to the F1.
Future world champion Oscar Piastri blew his load early in the weekend, destroying the other 19 pussies in sprint quali, taking a new world record while he was at it. Unfortunately, Red Bull big-brained McLaren for the sprint race by actually making their car competitive.
Laurent Mekies showing he's more than just a walking L'Oreal advertisement, because he's worth it.
No matter about the sprint parade though, you know what they say, if the racing is shit, just add water. Come Sunday, and we would have a lot of just that. A lot of rain and a wet track.
Now you know at least 15 of these men love a wet surface. Norris and the other 4 though, they prefer a more firm surface.
Luckily, we have the technology that the FIA knew for a week it was going to rain Sunday, and knew for 24 hours it was going to rain at 3 p.m, the local start time. Unluckily, though, the FIA are run by a bunch of flat earthers. The race would be delayed an hour and a half to wait for the rain to stop, the sun to shine, and the deforestation of the Ardennes forest, or so it seemed. The race eventually started, and despite the FIA's best efforts to help Lando, Oscar got the last laugh, making the move of the race 45 seconds into it, and making Lando look like a real Regina George.
Describe what Lando looked like. Does he look like a bitch?
He looked like a bitch for all 44 laps. Oscar controlled the race from lap 1, while Lando kept doing his best Bambi impression. The commentators do their best Andrew Simons impression as they hide no bias.
The nerve of these people. You have to be incredibly immoral to be biased. Are wrong.
Scumbags. Oscar wins the race and extends his championship lead to 16, while Tsunoda fell out of the points.
Is Tsunoda still on the grid? Can someone check?
All right, Teabag, round 13, done and dusted. Spa, one of the most iconic tracks on the calendar. One that we were probably super hyped for. Turned out to be a complete dud and snooze fest. That's a perfect example of how to kill one of the best tracks on the calendar. One of the best racing events on the calendar.
Yeah. No, you keep saying it. These races, if Oscar at least wins, it's something.
It doesn't even feel like that, does it?
It does a little bit, like it's something.
Like
that's where we're at.
Yeah,
it's something.
We're stoked that he won, and I mean, you know, this is our job now. So we stayed up to, what was it in the end? 1:30, 2
o'clock.
2 o'clock. Yeah, I think I stayed up for another 30 minutes for the post-race stuff.
No, pretty much when they said, all right, now we're going to play the British national anthem for McLaren, I was like, all right, I'm going to bed down, see you later.
That's it. Yeah, right.
I've heard the Australian national anthem. I've seen the cool down room.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay, so my first question to you then, was the FIA too cautious, and is wet racing now officially dead?
Well, I mean, yeah, they're definitely too cautious. That's a fact. Wet racing is no longer exciting. Wet racing makes me anxious now. You see that cloud coming in, it used to be like, yes, you just need a little bit of rain and everything will be okay.
Yeah.
Whereas now, a little bit of rain means we're not racing.
Yeah, it's such a shame, isn't it?
And it sucks.
I feel sorry for anyone who's like a new F1 fan because, you know, before this overly cautious era that we're in F1, where they just basically nullify the racing, rainy days where you were in for a treat. It was going to be a cinematic masterpiece. You would see names up the top that usually aren't there.
Yeah,
you knew you were going to see incidents and crashes, which, you know, of course, we've said it before. But we don't necessarily want to see someone die, but we're at the pinnacle.
Necessarily.
Well, no.
No, we don't. But it's even near misses, great catches, great saves.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even have to be someone hitting the wall. It can be, you know, anyone just having a hairy moment and getting away with it and pushing on, you know.
It nullifies all of that. It's all gone. You you think about some of the most iconic wet races and how, you know, we still talk about them today in Formula One history.
But yep.
Were you going to name one?
Well, yeah, the Donington Senna in whatever year it was. It's something we'll get to at some point. Where he went from 6th to 1st or whatever in a lap because he's just a master in the rain.
Well, how many? I mean, we just covered an iconic wet race at Brazil.
Brazil, yeah.
You know, and like
treacherous
7 cars finished the race.
Yeah.
You know, and now you look at how they're we're in an era where it's the safest the sport has ever been in every way in terms of driver equipment, from helmets and race suits to the cars themselves
And
to the track standards.
The drivers should be the best that they've ever been as a whole. You know, because their ability to source drivers and where they're coming from now, like the drivers pool should be the best it's ever been. The equipment should be the best it's ever been. The tracks have been designed in a certain way to be the safest they could ever be.
I mean, they cart around these Pirelli wet tyres every weekend and refuse to use them.
Yeah.
You know,
Two races in a row. Two pretty wet races in a row, and we didn't see a single...
Yeah, which is hilarious, being that, I mean, I think it was Ted who said, you know, we spend all the carbon emissions and all the effort and energy and money to transport these things around, not to mention Pirelli obviously developing the tyre in the first place, just to literally refuse to use them.
Yeah.
So I think it makes Formula One look a little bit like the laughing stock of motorsport. You think about how many motor races are out there now across the world, and this is supposed to be the top dog, the best of the best. And you've got a paddock full of dudes who, I mean, not everyone's scared to race in the rain, but it definitely seems like the majority of them are scared to be out in those sorts of conditions. But it's a case of you need to understand that you have to trust your team to put together the right setup for you for these conditions, and you have to drive to the conditions.
Exactly right. I mean, the tracks are even designed to drain. They're designed to be raced
we
on
saw how
in the
quick
wet.
it cleared up.
Yeah. The tracks are designed to be raced on in the wet. The cars have a wet package, wet tyre. Like, there's no reason they can't race in the rain. Nothing. I mean, it's not like NASCAR where on the ovals you cannot. You really can't.
Like you just
can't.
Yeah,
but
it's like cricket.
But then they have a way of, okay, and it's good because that's black and white. That's all right. It's raining. There's a pause the race. You're not losing laps. You pause the race. You pull over. They have machinery to dry the track. 15 minutes after the rain stops, you're up and running again. Then you got Formula One where there's a grey area where me and you, people, you know, absolute professionals of the sport, looking at it going, this is stupid that they're not racing yet. Amateurs like Crofty and Brundle in the box going, this doesn't seem right. I think we should be racing. Yeah. Everyone, drivers, it's pretty clear now, and they're just not going. I mean, they did 5, 6 laps to start the race on a safety car.
Like,
blue
honestly,
skies.
Training wheels.
They weren't even putting... Wheels. They were barely putting... There was dry lines appearing. Yeah. And we're under the safety car off the line. Like, what are you doing? You're waiting an hour and a half to start the race. Literally, blue skies, trucks clearing. It's wonderful. But then you still don't even give us a green start. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
They literally took out every single element of risk.
And then look what happened. We had a one-stop race. Just like Monaco a couple of years ago, where they got the race to a point where they only needed 12 laps of dry, wet tyres, and then every single person knew the strat. Unless you're a shit kicker and you had to do 2 stops, but you're down the back anyway, like that was not the strategy. Yeah. Like, everyone knew we just need to get to this point, and then this tyre will get us home. And then we just need to manage. Everyone besides Lando, who was on a worse tyre anyway, everyone was managing. It was just a race about managing.
It's not a good look for Formula One, is it? Do you think it makes them look like a laughing stock, like a joke?
I think so. I mean, to who? They don't care.
Like last night, I mean, it was... Look, all week I was looking forward to Spa. So when we were finally there...
3 weeks?
Yeah, well, that's true. So when we were finally there, we're on the Discord, we're waiting for the race to start. I was in a good mood. I maintained that good mood because I was just keen for some racing. Oscar on the front row, starting second, which is probably the better place to start in Spa.
Evidently.
Things were looking good. You, on the other hand, were just boiling. Every minute that ticked over, you were just throwing F-bombs. I was worried you're going to start smashing stuff in your house.
I felt bad for you. I know you'd been on since 9:30 watching this pre-race, expecting an 11 o'clock start. Start didn't come till 12:30. So you've been sitting there for 3 hours waiting for this. I at least jumped on it like 10:40 something. Yeah. And then same disappointment. 11 o'clock. It's like, all right.
There's 2 sides to this, right? You've got the people who have spent good money to go to the event, and this is the quality of racing that they received. That's a big no-no. So that there's one part there I feel sorry for them. But then you've got the viewer at home. Now, for part of the world, a Sunday afternoon, you probably have nothing better to do. You've chucked on the race, whatever. If it's delayed,
you have
leave it on the background.
You're getting the kids ready.
Yeah. Another part of the world, our part of the world, 11 o'clock is already a late start, and it's a Sunday night. You know, so for most people, not myself included, because I know because I'm
Yeah,
a smarter man than most.
Yeah.
Work Mondays, and right at that moment, it says delayed start. How many people switched off right then and there and went, I'm out?
What I said to you,
You know,
years gone by, this was a decision I had to make. It's like, okay, I know what Formula One's like. This is now not going to be 20 minutes.
no,
This is going to be a while, and they won't tell you how long. So do you wait and potentially get to see a good race, or do you just call it and go to bed?
Well,
I can't call it and go to bed anymore.
No, we
have to sit
obviously
there
can't.
and watch it.
So, we've said the race that finished at 2. So in Australia, like, no one's very few people have made it through the race to actually see Oscar get that victory.
Yeah.
So then we also live in an age where you wake up, the first thing that you're going to see all over your social media and TVs, it's going to be Oscar winning the race, right?
Yeah.
So then it takes away any desire to even want to go back and watch the race. So now you haven't even gotten the experience at all, not even on a delayed, in a delayed fashion. So it's such a shame. It's such a shame. Like, it's all week I've been talking about how great this track is, and it's iconic, and it should always be on the calendar. And Formula One find yet another way to just ruin
It's
the
exactly
event.
what it feels like. That's what Silverstone was like, and that's what this track is like. And it makes me wonder, because I don't remember, it wasn't even that long ago, but like, what happened in Melbourne? How were we treated to such a good race, a memorable race where incidents were allowed to happen, racing was allowed to happen, and it was wet?
So the only thing I can think of is Spa is a track that's known for deaths. There's been multiple deaths across different driving categories. So it has an element, and we all know it's because of Eau Rouge. But that's the only thing I can think of. Because of the history of the track, they then, wrap it up in kid gloves. They do put the bubble wrap all over it, to protect the drivers as much as possible. But then it gets to a point of like, these guys are professionals, right?
Yeah.
This is what they're paid to do. This is why we don't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, let alone, of course, we don't have the money. But if I wanted to watch 20 dudes roll around in formation on a dry track with no element of risk at all, I mean, shit, I'd watch you just sim race.
Yeah. Well, you do
It's
anyway.
the same thing.
Because you're just a great...
There's no element of risk.
No. Well, yeah. It's... Well, I mean, explain Silverstone then.
What do you mean?
Well, that is not a track known for deaths. That is not a track that has claimed many lives at all. It's not
in them handling it in the
notorious.
same fashion.
Yeah. They had a...
But they definitely took it a step further in Spa. They didn't peel it back. They took it a step further. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, delaying the start and for that long, and to the point where they started on inters they were already looking for puddles to drive in. Clearly, and I don't know what the answer is. What are they keep saying it's a spray, but it's like, well, what's the difference between the spray between a Formula 1 car now and a Formula 1 car 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Like, is it actually because the cars are bigger? Okay, cool. I want to see it change next year then.
These guys have been bred to race in all conditions in these machines, right? This is what they're paid to do. If it's not a wet weather sport, why are we pretending it is?
Yeah.
Just
exactly.
pull that
And that's
right
what I'm
away.
saying about the NASCARs are black and white. If they said tomorrow, we can't do wet racing anymore, we're not even going to bring inters and wets to the track. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd expect them to, trust the weatherman.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to move the Grand Prix around then on a Sunday or whatever. Sure.
Well,
Sure.
yeah. I mean, they don't even attempt to do that, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, this is our first year of podcasting for the Formula One, but we've watched many years. But it feels like this year, the constant narrative has been Formula One finding ways to make a joke of the sport. And it feels like, to me, they're on a tipping edge right now. They're the biggest brand in the world. They got the movie. They got brand deals with everyone. All eyes are on the sport, and they're doing their best. They're trying their best to fumble it. How many people are switching onto the sport for the first time, and this is the level of racing that they are experiencing. This race, Silverstone, half the races this year have been boring races.
Yeah.
And have been nullified either by silly rules, silly officiating, or just being overly cautious.
Yeah.
And
or just the
not
way the
letting
cars are
race.
built.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we've said all year. It doesn't matter. I mean, Spa's a perfect example. Round 13, 400,000 people turned up to the track. That's plenty.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Doesn't matter what product they continuously give us.
People are turning up.
We just keep turning up every weekend, whether it's on TV or at the track.
If they keep going down this road, people are going to turn away.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what it needs.
Like I said, you as soon as you delay that start, how many people switch off right then and there? Especially on our part of the world where it's late at night. How many people are going to, like a Spa-like track, we've seen in the past, we've been bitten by Spa before. How many people are going to now second guess buying a ticket to it? You know,
this is the other thing they keep saying. Well, this is Spa in summer. What do you expect? Move it. Why are we going to a notoriously wet location at this time of year?
Yeah. We're in Europe for like a good 3-month block, right? Move it earlier, move it later.
This is what they say, and it hurts when they keep saying this stuff. It's like we were here 4 years ago doing the same dance.
Yeah. We haven't learned.
Way worse effect, mind you. But and they keep going. This massive cell of rain is going to hit at 3 p.m., which is race start. It's like, okay, why are we not moving the race? Why are we not bringing it to an hour and a half earlier? Why aren't we putting it an hour later so then not everyone has to tune in and then sit here and pretend to watch the race, hoping that they'll put out an announcement? They have the power to do it.
Yeah, you're right.
Formula One is the show. Yeah, they got other categories there, but those 400,000 people didn't buy a ticket to watch Porsches and Formula 3 cars drive around. Yeah, exactly. If they said, hey guys, we're going to bring the Formula 1 race to 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. local time, and we'll do the F3 still race is scheduled just after, everyone will be like, yeah, cool. No worries.
Sacrifice that one if need be.
And if that race has to be washed out, really sorry. Yeah. Really sorry about that. Yeah. But at least you got your Formula 1 race in.
Yeah, the fans aren't going to care, right? Yeah. All I keep hearing is maybe we should be in charge of the Formula 1. I think we could make smarter choices.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. All right. My next point would be on Oscar. So I guess I'll use this as a bridging gap between the two topics. Oscar said that he knew the race would be won on pretty much trying to keep as flat as possible through Eau Rouge to get the run on Norris and get the move done. So that way Norris is in the dirty air and he can just, defend until the end. And he did. I think half the grid, well, not half the grid, I think guys who have been around the sport for a while, like Verstappen and Hamilton, were very comfortable in those conditions. And they've raced in these conditions before with worse machinery and less safety, whatever. Less safety in general. And they were questioning, why are we not racing? And then you got a guy like Piastri, who's a third season driver. And he's like, I'm all in. I haven't gone through Eau Rouge in these conditions in the wet, and I'm going to plant it to win the race.
And he was genuinely chuffed with himself. Yeah. Like after the race, he didn't mind talking himself up.
And he did. He didn't put it in the wall. He didn't spin. He didn't have a moment. He did it cleanly. He nutted up and he got it done. And this is someone who doesn't have the same sort of experience as a Verstappen or a Hamilton or an Alonso or whatever. Yes, he's in a great car, but there was so many.
The wet's the great equalizer.
It nullifies all that, right? Yeah. So is that the difference right there between a world champion and someone who's not a world champion, and talking specifically between Piastri and Norris?
I think I've said a couple of times last year, Brazil was like the image of Max overtaking and while Lando's gone off track. Yeah. That's the image of why Max is world champion and Lando's not. This race is starting to look like, if things translate the way we expect them to by the end of the year, this race might be that same image. For that reason there, through Eau Rouge, and then all the mistakes that Lando kept making throughout the entire race. Yeah. Like all this stuff culminated in Oscar taking a very easy stroll through Belgium on a Sunday to get the win. Yeah. And Lando's just out of control for most of the race.
You know what's most impressive? And I didn't actually even realize this until today. Oscar got the fastest lap on the second last lap of the Grand Prix.
Who did?
Oscar. With his tyres at that stage would have been 31 laps old. Nailed in the fastest lap. So you could say Lando was on a charge, but Oscar still had pace in the bank.
Yeah. And this is what we were talking about when we were watching the race. It's like Oscar knows he just needs to win by half a second. You know, as long as he doesn't have him in his DRS on that last lap, he's home and hosed. Yeah. And he knows he's got to manage his tyres. And this was the problem with the race. It was tyre management, but that's all he needed to do. He didn't want to win by 9 seconds. He wanted to
Well, you
win
don't need to,
by
right?
0.8 of a second.
Winning's winning. Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or by a mile.
Yep. I'm surprised you know what's that from. Surprised you.
Fast and Furious.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Proud of you.
Anything else that you want to add on Spa before we get into the trophies?
No.
Pretty disappointing. It
What?
was just Spa in general. I mean, I'll take the Oscar win every day of the week, and however that has to happen. You know, we've seen Lando. We saw him gifted Silverstone
Yeah, well,
last round.
I mean, it's a good, right? Because, like, this is Oscar's 6th win of the year.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it feels like it's only been 4 races, but I think because I've had some decent gaps, it feels like it's been so long since Oscar won a race.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then we just was watching his championship gap just getting eaten into a little bit, and starting to get a little bit like, oh. And then all of a sudden it's 16. And these sprint races, so far, I mean, there's been a couple. They've really, I think it's,
Two. Yep.
that's crazy. They really lump them all towards the end of the season
Yeah,
for some
yeah.
reason. They've helped Oscar. Like, he's a net positive of like 7 points this year, just in sprint races.
Just when he needs a little bit of a
Boost. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only 1 point, but there's no other way he's getting 8 more points over Lando besides the disaster. you
Yeah.
know? So
Okay.
I think, I think it was the talking point of the whole weekend is going to be about, I think anyway, the rain
Yep.
and the mishandling of it.
Well, it'll be interesting the next wet round that we get, how they approach that now.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said,
So-
I hope it's next year at this point because I don't want to see any more wet races.
Oh,
They're
that's
not.
such a shame, isn't
They're
it?
not becoming an enjoyable experience.
Max said it best. He said, we've been denied classic wet races because he knows how iconic they are and the uncertainty of it, and
It's the great
they
equalizer.
often are the best races on the calendar.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have we been treated to some of the best wet races? And it's not even just for a battle for the front. It's battles all across the pack, you know? So, okay.
I mean, that's why the Mercedes last year at Silverstone got a 1-2 out of nowhere. Or Hamilton won. I don't know if it was a 1-2, but Hamilton won the race. It was because of the rain.
Yeah.
Like, it throws up these type of results.
Yeah, because that's right. McLaren were 1-2 at that stage
and
until the rain hit.
They
and
dropped
then,
and fumbled, and then other cars were faster based on their setup in the wet. And this is what happens, you know?
All right. You ready for the trophies now?
Yes.
Okay, so final boss for Spa. So no doubt we'll have the same, Oscar Piastri. So I've just got a couple of points listed.
Give them to me.
Number 1, holds the lap record at Spa. That's awesome. Just to be able to say that I own the fastest lap around Spa. That is a baller move.
It is.
1 minute 40 seconds, 0.510.
7/10 faster than Lulu's time.
The W11. Yep.
Yeah, the W11, like the king of the turbo hybrid cars.
Yeah.
DAS and all the rest of it.
Yeah. I mean, you'd almost trade that flex over a loss at Silverstone. Like the loss at Silverstone hurts.
Well,
but then
they
you're
talked to
the
every
fastest
driver.
man around Spa. Like, it's every driver's favorite track.
That's what I was going to say. Everyone they spoke to, like, this is my favorite track, you know, I do it on the sim, and this is where every driver.
Yeah.
Oscar's the best at it. So, yeah, so on that, yep. He was 0.477 faster than second place.
Yeah.
Dominated him.
Mm-hmm.
He had his average speed was 249.7 kilometers an hour
Yeah, wow.
for that lap.
Yeah, wow.
That's very quick considering turn 1, slow hairpin. There's a couple of slow spots around that track.
Yeah.
On average, doing 250 clicks. Nuts.
Okay, my second point, held off Lando on 32 lap old mediums. We spoke a lot about his tyre struggles last season as kind of being maybe his weak point.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can't even mention that anymore. I mean, you know,
Yeah, he did a good job. I think it's still a bit of a clink. We've seen it a couple of times this season where he kind of just struggles to keep the tyre underneath him at times. Not all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a strength of the McLaren that it can keep the tyres.
Yeah.
But I think even compared to Lando a couple of times, he's just burnt him up a little bit, which is what was making me nervous during the race. But he
Oh, yeah, I was
killed
nervous.
it. He
I was
killed
definitely
it.
nervous.
Yeah.
Number 3, 31 race streak scoring points. 31
How many
races.
points have you got here? Why are you jotting down Mr. No
there's-
Notes over here? Jeez.
Well, there's just
many pages
so
of-
much goodness, so much Oscar goodness to talk about. My final point.
Losing your memory.
8 career wins equals Daniel Ricciardo, which is just insane. Like, to do that so quick. And Leclerc. Leclerc is the other driver other than Lando. With
I
8
think
wins,
that's crazy. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why, because I know he hasn't done a lot of winning.
Well, look,
But I feel like
Leclerc's in a good car. Like he has been
he's
in a good
always
car.
been in a good car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I always just go, only 8, really?
Yeah, it always seems like he should have more.
And then again, you got this third-year driver, as you say, coming through and cleaning up.
Yep. Any other points for the final boss?
No, I thought one was enough. I didn't know we're coming with
There was just too many juicy tidbits. I was just I had to eat them all up. Yeah. Okay, who was your noob?
Kimi Antonelli.
Okay.
Shocking.
Not really.
Shocking.
Not really.
Not really.
I don't think it's shocking. I do have him. I have him
No,
listed as
he
my...
is fucking shocking.
Oh, he is shocking. Yeah.
This
okay,
is not shocking.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is right.
Yeah.
No, he is shocking. 5 races in a row, no points. Both qualifyings out in Q1.
Mm-hmm. Did you say 5?
Might have been 6.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I...
Why do you have so
checked
many
up on it.
notes? This is just nuts.
Well,
this is unlike
the race was pretty...
Yeah.
dog
So
shit.
how did you get so many notes out of it?
Well, I had to dig deep, you know.
Jesus. Well,
Um.
let's all sit down now and go through your note section.
Well, hang on.
Come on, start spitting.
I actually took him out.
Well, who's your noob then?
Yeah. So my noob, I actually gave that to the McLaren pit crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So even though it worked in Oscar's favour, technically this round, how many times are they going to fumble pit stops? They're lucky they don't actually have another team to be in a title fight with.
Yeah.
Like, it's just every race they can't seem to get it right.
And it's actually like it's a real sore point. Like Oscar's was 2.8, his first stop.
Yeah.
That's a bit slow.
It's
like half a second
It's
slow.
clunky, yeah.
In a close race, that's slow.
Yeah.
And then also, obviously Lando's just atrocious, but they're not acting like a world champion pit crew. They won
No.
the constructors last year. They're clearly going to win it by friggin' with 8 races to go this year. They're not.
They're very
It's-
lucky that Red Bull shit the bed this year.
Yeah, next
And-
year, if they're still in it and another team comes close, like this is something that needs a lot of work.
Well, think about how close the constructors was with Ferrari last year, you know, and usually you have to be on it. Everything has to be perfect
Yeah, and that's
to win a
why there's a
championship.
team's championship.
Yeah.
Because it's more than just the drivers.
They're lucky that they have like double the points of second place because
Yeah.
they are sloppy out there, and it hasn't really cost them much, but it's
That's
frustrating to watch.
it is. And like you said, yeah, it hurt Lando, but Lando was never in this race.
Well, I think I saw in the cool down room when they were watching, you know, the highlights, when Lando was watching his fumbled pit stop, he muttered something like, "Bye, Oscar," sort of alluding that was the moment there.
But like
that
you
he
said,
lost
Oscar
it.
did the fastest lap, 2 laps to go.
Mm.
He was managing that gap.
Mhm.
If there was a 4-second gap instead of an 8-second gap, he's managing that instead.
Well, yeah.
Or changes his decision on the stops. Like, that's the other thing that bugs me, by the way. Why are they putting on differing strategies? What happened to papaya rules? Everything's equal. Like, you're not going to strategize against each other.
Yeah, I don't know if I really agree with that because I think they're both fighting for a championship, right? So, like,
But the team comes first. That is papaya rules.
Yeah, but the team.
That was why when they gave Lando the better strategy in last year at what is it, the Hungaroring? All right, yep, swap back because we gave them the better strategy. Why are they putting him on opposing strategies?
I think that's a little bit different because they're both fighting for a win. They're both fighting for a championship. So I don't think that you could just condemn them to the same strategy.
You can. If they want to complain and hit up papaya rules,
Yeah.
they should stick to it.
See, like if it was flipped and Oscar put on the mediums,
Well, I'd be doing the same thing. Like,
no, I think I'd be questioning. I'd be like, does he not want to win the race or like put any kind of pressure on?
But
Lando?
again,
like,
if it's up to the drivers, then
do you really just nullify the race at that point, like lap 20?
all McLaren want is a 1-2.
Which they're going to
that
get.
is what
They were
papaya
bloody
rules are.
20
I'm just
seconds
saying,
down the road.
have papaya rules or don't. I don't think you should say, well, we're all papaya rules, blah, 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 whatever the fuck that even means.
Yeah.
And then go, all right, we're going to allow you to do different strategies. If Lando come through and won that race and Oscar's tyres fell off and every car, the other 18 cars' drivers fell off, so it's clearly a tyre issue, McLaren allowed Lando to win the race based off a better tyre strat.
Yeah.
That's bullshit, is what I'm saying. Didn't happen. Good and all.
Yeah.
But if they were like, they should have just gone both yours on hards. Let's solidify this 1-2. We clearly have a gap to the rest. Let's just do the safe option to get to the end.
Well, they've sort of changed their narrative a little bit, and I actually think that Zach Brown is pretty full of shit most of the time.
I agree.
Yeah. But they seem to have kind of shifted because the constructors is done and dusted, and the championship battle is really only between two drivers.
They still don't want to see those two cars on the gravel.
No, but I still think that Zach Brown is Lando leaning, you know.
Right.
So any opportunity that they can give their guy to be in it, they're going to give it to him. So, who do you have for? No, sorry. Who had the biggest buff this weekend?
Who was your noob? Oh, McLaren.
McLaren Pickering.
Yep. Buffed. Lewis Hamilton's racecraft in the race. Obviously, he was racing. That was a pretty cool 2 laps.
Yep.
Where he was nowhere, and all of a sudden he was passing 3 cars a lap out of nowhere, like 7 laps into the race. Like he decided to pick up his pants and run with them.
Yep.
Don't know what happened there, but that was pretty cool. You didn't see there was no one else making moves at all.
All right.
Yes, I know what you're gonna say. He was racing back markers.
Yeah.
In a Ferrari.
We said that, isn't it? Like they're showing all these like epic overtakes, and it was like, yeah, wow.
The overtakes still have to be done.
The degree of difficulty is real difficult down there in 18.
No. Listen, he passed Sainz. Who finished ahead of him? Who finished ahead of him at the end of the race? Ahead of Lewis?
Well,
Albon.
he is my buff.
Cool.
So, yeah.
I'm just saying. So, yeah, you can't say one Williams is
hang on.
better than the
Sainz
other.
has struggled all season.
It doesn't matter. He's still
Albon has
Carlos Sainz. Lewis has struggled all season.
He's in a Ferrari.
We've said plenty of times Williams has been quicker than the Ferrari this year. Exhibit A right now. Albon finished ahead of him.
All right. Well,
so I'm just saying. Great equalizer as far as machinery goes is the rain.
Yeah.
Lewis he turned it on for a couple of laps.
He raced a great race, and I've awarded him a trophy elsewhere.
And then he was the one who sacked up and put the dryers on.
Yeah, I give him credit for
another
that.
couple of spots. Like
first
he really,
car in. Yeah.
This is the first race that he qualified like dog shit, but this is the first race that really was a net positive, I think.
All right. Well, I see you Lewis Hamilton, and I raise you Alex Albon. Held off Hamilton for P6 in a Williams, which I think is no small feat. 4th top 6 finish of the season. Just think about that for a second.
Yeah, no, I saw him in the championship. He's got like 50 plus points, which is pretty nuts.
That's impressive. Alex Albon, not Carlos
what's the buff
Sainz.
Here? You've just said this is the 4th time he's got a top 6.
This is the buff.
What's the buff?
Williams' best result at Spa in 10 years. They're having a great season, and it's mostly down to Alex Albon.
Okay. You just said 4 top 6 finishes. What was the last time he came 6? I reckon if you find the last time Williams finished top 6 at that track was probably 10 years ago as well.
No, best result at Spa in 10 years. Yeah.
You said this is his 4th top 6 finish.
This season.
Yeah. So let's just say, for argument's sake, I know he didn't, but Silverstone, he finished 6th.
Yeah.
It's probably 10 years since Williams finished 6th there as well.
And?
So what's the buff here? He's just continuing on his trajectory. He's been on this season.
He's put Williams in 6th place 4 times this season, including at Spa, one of the best tracks on the calendar.
Yeah, so he's just status quo
Lewis
for the
Hamilton
whole year.
Had to pass a bunch of nobodies in a Ferrari. Well done. He had to work real hard for that one. But half the grid's rookies who have never seen these conditions in these cars before on this track, and
this
all
is the third wet race.
Pants. They're all shitting their pants, calling in. It's too dangerous to race. We've got to call it. Even guys like George, he was shitting his pants. So
well, your buff balls me because I've seen Albon up there all season. So
yeah, I give the guy credit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who got nerfed?
Lewis Hamilton's qualifying pace.
This just seems redundant now.
No, because what's buffed is his racecraft, as I specified here, racecraft. See?
Yeah.
What's nerfed is his qualifying.
He seems to start every weekend really tentatively, doesn't he? Yeah. He's like unconfident and
it's like the sprints, which is completely counterintuitive to say because he got a sprint pole earlier in the year. But it's like the sprint weekend. This weekend definitely affected him because you only get the one practice session. Goes into sprint quali, backs it into the chicane, and then he's out of sprint quali.
Yeah.
Which then obviously you can't do anything in the sprint race in a Ferrari. And then, I don't even know what happened in qualifying, but he doesn't make it out of Q1 again.
Yeah, he got his lap deleted. So he actually set a good lap, and he did make it through, but his lap got deleted, and that put Gabriella Bortoleto into the top 10.
That's okay. I do remember.
So he actually was qualifying pretty decent.
If you stay on the track. Lines are there for a reason.
All right, my nerfed award goes to Spa. Delayed over an hour, rolling start to the race on a near dry track.
You can't blame
Spa.
No
crashes or incidents. Every driver was classified.
Is that right?
Second time this season.
You know what's funny? Pierre, I've never seen this happen. Oh, in the sprint, I guess. where he started out the pit lane. I actually didn't know you could do that in Formula 1. I've never seen that before.
What do you mean?
2 laps down because he didn't have the car ready to take the starter's orders.
Right.
So then they worked on the cars as the race was starting, and then he got out on track after 2 laps.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know you could do that in Formula 1. I've never seen that happen before.
They're
ever.
pretty vocal about it.
They spoke about it while it was happening.
Yeah. But you had never seen that
I'd
before.
never seen it before.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, wow, I thought you took the starter's orders or you didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, Formula 1, like,
But that's
how many
what's
times
even
if
funnier.
Lewis was out of the points, they were like, fuck it, I don't want to race anymore.
Yeah, well,
like-
that's classic
like-
Lewis.
Formula 1 is so like...
But isn't it hilarious how they enforce all these penalties for this sort of stuff? But then if it's a safety car start, it just nullifies that anyway. You know, so it actually is kind of smart of those teams to be like, good chance of rain tomorrow. We're probably not going to have a standing start. So yeah, let's just change out all the components we need. Let's build the racecraft that we need because we're going to be right on the back and better set up for it anyway. And that's proof. I mean, he got 10th, snagged another point, continues his trend of scoring Alpine's 100% of Alpine's points, all based on that decision.
Not hard.
No.
Not hard against the Colabendo.
Well, do you want to drive an Alpine?
I'd love to. Call me up. They're trying everybody.
All right, who earned the Sweaty Try Hard trophy at Spa?
So I've stood on my own toes here, but Will Joseph, Lando Norris's engineer, for trying to outstrap the 81 car.
Yeah, okay.
That is a sweaty try hard maneuver that didn't work out. I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, it's a bit weak. But all right.
Whatever. What do you got?
This is where I gave this to Lewis. Pit lane to P7. That's, to me, that's the definition of sweaty try hard. Showed his class and his experience out there. You know, definitely was probably the 3rd best driver on the track. You know,
Driver of the day.
Yeah. So yeah, the definition of a sweaty try hard.
Right.
So,
Well, I feel like you could have put him in buffed as well. But
well,
not the other.
I didn't because
No, I'm
you know
saying
who
you
I
put up
in
such
buff?
a hissy
put
fit
Alex
about him being
Albon in buffed.
buffed.
All right. Who got the Your Trash Bro trophy?
The FIA race director.
Because I saw that coming. I was wondering where
It was going to be
you
in
gonna
there
slip
somewhere.
this. Yeah.
I was trying not to...
Yeah.
Because, last week I was pretty harsh on the FIA, so I was trying not to...
Yeah,
but they had to come in somewhere. I'm sick of it.
Suspiciously calm this episode. I actually thought you were going to come in with a bit more heat.
Yeah, well, did you listen to the speed run? There's a bit of heat in there. The FIA, like, it's... We don't have to rehash, but it's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
I am so over it.
We thought on the same lines because I wrote the Sky Sports and F1 coverage, but I actually shifted a bit more to their Lando dick riding. It's so forced. Like we had to spend the whole race listening to them just gush over Lando, how he's going to come back, how this was like a master stroke, and
then they kept calculating.
Times, every time half a second to drop off, he's coming back.
Yeah, but then even because it comes up with the graphic, his lock up cost him 1.2 seconds. But then they like remembered the last 4 mistakes he made because he's a fuckwit and he kept making mistakes. Yeah. That's actually like 2.8 seconds and he's only 1.6 behind.
Yeah.
It wasn't that close. But they work it out and they go, he'd be there now. Like, but and so, well, he's not, is he? He's not. And tell me why he's not. Tell me right now why he's not there.
They keep underestimating Oscar. They just continue to do so. They refuse to give him any credit. They keep talking about Lando. And then the coverage.
It is what it is. And that's...
I'm sick of having to watch the whole race on the timing tower because they don't show any Oscar. You know,
that's the
last 2 laps that we... I get if he's down the road, there's not really much racing going on there. But even in qualifying, the man who just set the fastest lap around Spa in history got no coverage. They were focused on Lando versus Max. And I'm like, but what about Oscar? Like, why are we not paying any attention to what he's doing? Granted, he only got a second. And part of me thinks that it was potentially... I've seen the onboards. He was braking early into corners.
I was going to say, you do wonder, because he ran second, didn't he? He ran behind. Yeah. So you do wonder if he's gauging time. Because he was like 4 tenths off in that first run.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of says, I'd love to say that it was on purpose, but,
they know what time they've got, an estimated time. They got a delta. They know. All right. Did he cross the line after Max? I slept through Q3.
Did he? Yeah. Max had already crossed the line, so he already knew where Max was.
So he would be able to. He'd be able to slot himself exactly where he wants to effectively.
It's a good point. He already has the information of where Max is.
Yeah. If he knew, all right, I need to beat Max, but if I don't want to beat Oscar, I don't know what the gap was. Say 3 tenths. Not that hard. If he's got a delta on his dash, to be like, I need to be, a tenth and a half slower
Yeah.
than the pole time.
If you know how they do that ghost thing, one of the best things that Formula One have actually done this season. Who runs it? Is it Alex Davidson? I think he commentates it.
Anthony
Davidson. Yeah.
Anthony.
It just looks like Anthony. Yeah. It just looks like would you shut the hell up? He just looks like Seth Green to me. You know, from Austin Powers. Yeah. That's all I can ever think.
He does. Well, it's actually strange. Like, he looks pretty young, but then they kept flashing up former Minardi, BAR, and whatever the other team was, driver. And I was like, those are very old teams.
Yeah.
Like, he looks... I can't remember him racing, but...
Anyway,
sorry.
he kept mentioning the fact that Oscar was...
side quest trophy here.
He kept mentioning the fact that Oscar was braking early into corners. So it did seem somewhat intentional. So.
Well, he's a smart cookie.
Who was unfortunate enough to earn the hard luck trophy.
Oh, that's a good one. Ready? Christian Horner.
Okay, yep.
So, Laurent...
You keep beating me to people on it.
Laurent Mekies. He's at home.
Mm-hmm.
The team are going to be just fine without Christian Horner. They're going to be just fine. This is a pretty solid...
That's a bit of a red hot take.
Pretty solid weekend.
Yeah.
Pretty what? Pretty hot take.
Yeah, I think that's pretty hot.
Nah, they'll be fine.
Verstappen has only scored one podium in 5 or 6 rounds now.
Mm-hmm.
Not including the sprint.
He was very quiet this weekend. There was no upsets. He probably could have come third if you want to put the move on. Come fourth, pretty solid. Yuki actually qualified in the 10. He dropped out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get to that, I think. Yeah. I think that Laurent Meek, and he seems like a pretty interesting fella.
Sure.
I think they will be...
I don't watch
think
Formula
Red Bull...
for, team principles, but sure.
I don't think Red Bull are going to miss Christian Horner.
I don't know. I think it's too early to say, and I think that's why I think it's a bit of red hot take, because I think Red Bull are on the downcline. I think if Max is being quite positive,
to pick up a team,
and not his usual temper tantrum himself, it's because the Verstappen camp got what they wanted. It seems like there was probably an ultimatum.
That's a win. That's a win for Red Bull.
Yeah,
and a win for Laurent Mekies.
But that doesn't mean that they're going to suddenly turn things around and be like.
Yeah. Clearly, I mean, I'm not saying they're going to come out and win the World Championship this year, but this is, and we'll get to it. I'm stepping on my own toes here, but all 4 Red Bulls were in the top 10 in quali, which includes Yuki.
Yeah.
Which is rare. This was his best qualifying session of the year.
So, okay. So who are you crediting that to? Just Red Bull as an organization?
Yeah, that's why the hard luck is on Christian Horner.
Yeah, okay.
The ship hasn't just fallen apart completely because Mr. Sex Scandal got ejected.
But maybe damage is already done. Who knows how long it will take to... They lost so many key people. How long is it going to take to recover that sort of talent to then put that car back into a competitive window, My hard luck trophy went to anyone including Verstappen who set their car up for a wet race just for the FIA to delay the start until it was dry. And basically just nullify that. Like, even that to me seems like unfair. You're setting the car up based on weather and race conditions for a certain time just for the FIA to go, we're going to sit back for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I get it. I think that, and again, taking back to my Christian Horner bad luck, Laurent Mekies' legend point, Red Bull actually used the ability to change their car between the sprint and the race.
Yeah.
They knew it wasn't going to rain on Saturday, so that they go, give me full wing, or take all the wing off as fast as possible. Something that would have killed them on Sunday. Yeah. And then, it's probably going to rain Sunday. Let's put a bit of wing back on.
Yeah.
There's a reason he didn't get.
Well, he had the slowest speed in the whole Grand Prix, Verstappen. And McLaren's were next, but they weren't in DRS at all because obviously Piastri doesn't get DRS and Norris wasn't in his window. Yeah,
I mean, you look at that's why Max was all over.
But for different reasons. The McLarens had downforce. Yeah. Max was just in a shitbox.
I think there's a lot of downforce. That's why he was all over Charles in the rain. And then as soon as it dried up, he couldn't really get close to him.
Oh, yeah.
So he had plenty of downforce on in the race, but I just think it's funny because they kept talking about how McLaren are using a lot of wing in the sprint. So why didn't McLaren do that as well?
Yeah.
Why didn't they go, the sprint's going to be dry, let's take some wing off and have a shot at winning that too?
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't be surprised if they use relatively the same setup for the sprint and the race.
Yeah, see, because that was my understanding was you had practice to get you set up, and then it was like Parc Ferme. But then you couldn't
Parc
make
Ferme
any...
would open after the sprint.
Yeah, see, I thought that would carry all the way through the whole weekend, and I almost think that that's the way it should be. Like,
Hey, Parc Ferme is stupid. They shouldn't have Parc Ferme at all.
no,
Fuck
well,
Parc Ferme.
maybe, but
Have your boost and bang in fucking awesome qualifying setup where you get to see these things in prime condition, and then you bolt on the safe setup. That's what it should be.
But all I'm saying is, I thought my impression of it was, whatever they finished after practice, now that's what you run all weekend. But
It wouldn't be
obviously they
fair
can
off one
continuously
practice.
tweak and tune things anyway. So
Yeah, like obviously through a standard Grand Prix, you have 3 practice sessions to learn the track, evolve, learn the evolution of the track, bolt your setup in.
Yeah.
And then you have the same setup through quali into the race.
yeah.
Unless you don't, and then you start in the pits.
Thank you for explaining that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I know
for
you
clarifying
struggle
it.
to...
Yeah, again, that sort of stuff kind of bores me anyway. But who was AFK this Grand Prix? I'll give you my AFK first.
So don't ask him.
Christian Horner literally was AFK. No.
God, you're weak.
Kimi Antonelli. He suddenly just looks so uncomfortable and shaky. He's only scored 1 points finish in the last 7 Grand Prix. He started red hot, and then he's just lost all of his confidence and form all of a sudden.
I said a couple of weeks ago, he his rookie of the year, he's taken a hit.
Yeah.
Now Bortoletto, another points finish in a Sauber.
In a Sauber.
What's that? 2 in a row. You know, in a Sauber.
Yep.
He's a coming.
And then
he's a coming for
you still
it.
got Hajar, who looks pretty solid in the racing
I
balls.
feel like he's
Wasn't
taken
great.
a slight. He's not really front and center as he was.
Yeah, and
Like
then
Lawson, sadly, is.
Lawson's hanging around a bit.
And I
now.
don't like it, but
Yeah.
I think honestly at this point, I reckon Bortoletto's he's up his ass.
Yeah.
He's looking. He's thinking.
Yeah.
He's there.
He's looking.
11 races to go. It's actually.
It's gonna. It
Kimi
could
was
be
looking
tighter
like
than
a
we think.
shoe-in.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
this mid-season slump, and it's bad. And he's in a good car where George is, 5th, whatever, like comfortably scoring points when Kimi was right there with him, only 10ths behind, and then now he's just nowhere.
Now he's bottom of the pack. Yeah.
Where he shouldn't be. He's doing a Yuki.
yeah.
He's been spending too much time with Yuki.
Yeah. Who was your AFK?
Wet tires.
Wet tires. Yeah. Once again, back to back. Wins for them.
Yeah.
All right. Did anyone go on a side quest?
Nico Rosberg doing the grid walk. I hated it.
Didn't like it.
I hated it.
Yeah. Right.
That is the Martin Brundle grid walk.
Probably not really much to do at the Spa grid walk though. He probably needed someone to bounce off.
No. Because then it also, like, the cameraman's following the both of them. Martin Brundle's trying to lead, but then Nico Rosberg being behind would be like, oh, we'll just go this way.
Yeah.
And the cameraman follows him. And I'm like, I want to see Brundle. Brundle's got this, the way he does the grid walk.
You like the way he looks in those like little skinny jeans that he squeezes himself into.
Yeah, it's sure. And then he's got to he's gonna look good. But he's got that.
Good?
He knows.
I don't know about that, but
It looks pretty good.
okay.
Don't mind it.
Well, your words, not mine.
Yeah, he knows he's got this rapport with just everyone, and he knows what people expect of him.
Yeah.
And then you got Nico who's just like, oh, I want to go talk to Valtteri. It's like, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to go talk to Valtteri. I want to hear what anybody else has to say besides Valtteri.
I didn't realize you were so butthurt over it.
It's Martin's segment. Why are they taking it away from Martin?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Even when Martin's not there,
Oh,
when
sorry,
he
you
has
want to keep
his,
going? Yeah.
I'm just. Are we on
continue.
a schedule here? Do you want to wrap this up?
No, keep. I didn't
I'm just
think
saying,
there was more to talk about. But yeah.
when Martin's not even there, they just don't even do the grid walk, really.
No.
Like,
they
it's
don't.
completely different.
Yeah.
So why are they trying to integrate a second person?
Maybe it's to have someone to take over it when he's off. Because I mean, dude,
It's such a
works half
boring personality. Not Nico Rosberg.
Brundle takes half the calendar off now, anyway.
Yeah, it's like 6 races.
Isn't it?
But still, not Nico Rosberg, please.
All right, I didn't really have. There was a couple of side quests I was sort of had my eye on. I was looking at, but
Excuses straight.
I thought I would use this just to remind everyone that Zach Brown said we're in the Lando Norris era. You just look at the last 3 races. You look at what happened in Austria.
The last 3 races. He's won 2 of the last 3 races.
Yeah, but like
in shit
you
circumstances.
you look at how he won Austria. You look at how he won Silverstone, and then you look at a genuine head-to-head battle.
Yeah, but they're not going to see it that way.
No.
They're going to be like, oh, he had the bad pit stop. He couldn't double stack. But it's like, well, he couldn't double stack because Oscar passed him.
Then had the clear. You said it yourself before. Clear tire advantage on the hards. Why McLaren decided to split them? Because of papaya rules.
Yeah.
But Oscar dominated him all season, and yeah, you could say Norris got pole, but I'm still somewhat convinced that Piastri didn't want pole. He saw what happened to him on the sprint race
And
and knew
he
that
kept
pole
saying it.
isn't what you want.
Yeah, he clearly learned that P2 is the best place to start. He said that after the race. So it's like clearly it was probably on his mind at least. Like, there's some place you want to get pole, probably looking at it.
Yeah.
What makes me nervous, his 18 points or his 16-point lead, whatever it is, it's nice and all. Oscar really struggled with the American tracks last year.
Yeah, we're coming into a section of the calendar that is probably a bit more pro Norris.
He's probably got
those
like
street
4 or
tracks.
5 races to go where he could probably still be better.
Yeah.
And then I'm just hoping last year he just left the foot off the gas because he knew his year was over.
Oh yeah, I think so. But they even sort of put him in that position.
That makes me a little bit scaredy. But,
Right.
Sweet.
What Easter egg did you find?
So yeah, Singapore 2022 was the last time all 4 Red Bull cars made it to Q3.
Yeah, wow. Geez, almost 3 years ago, huh? Yeah, so shows that decline of Red Bull. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, mine is, I really wanted to talk about Puon as a name for a corner. That might be the best corner name in all of Formula One. Like, who decided to call it Puon? And just every time they say it, it's just hilarious. So, love it.
Yeah, he might upset some purists.
But all 3 podium getters at Spa had 8 Grand Prix victories. So, Oscar, Lando, and Charles. And an 8-time GP winner waved the checkered flag in Jackie X.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool story, bro.
All right, hit me with your driver rankings. Give me your top 5.
All right.
Who made it? Who made the list? The coveted list.
Coveted list. So bronze, Liam Lawson. No reaction.
Well,
No, that's right. No.
it's only because
I'll hesitantly put him in there.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you've got him, but you're a Liam fanboy.
No, I'm not.
Silver.
When have I ever given you that impression?
Silver is Sir Lewis Hamilton.
Yep.
Gold is one Gabriel Bortoletto.
Do you want to elaborate on any of these, or you're just happy
Well, Liam for the Liam Lawson.
to?
You know, it was a late night last night.
It's a rare thing you speaking good of him.
Well,
so.
it was him. It was pretty much like spoilers. I don't have Lando in my top 5. He didn't do a good job. I don't think. So when I was looking at the top 10, like who kind of makes the cut, and I was like, Gab's getting in is pretty good. Probably better than like Pierre's.
Yeah.
So I had to put Liam in there. I think Liam did I think he did a better job. He did a better job than Lando Norris.
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton, you know, like I said, he come back from you said pit lane to 7th. Good result.
Yeah.
Gabe, another points finish. He's on his way to that Rookie of the Year trophy. Good stuff.
Sneaky
he got Team Orders.
Little dark horse, him.
Yeah, he got Team Orders over Hulk.
That's a big.
While both were in the points.
Yeah, that's a big move, isn't it? Sauber were like, we can finally play this card.
Yeah.
This is what it feels like.
Yep. And then they played that card, and then they just sunk Hulk.
Yep.
Platinum, Charles Leclerc. Held off a maxi pad to take that 2nd place.
Yep.
Diamond, Oscar Piastri.
Yeah, look, well, our lists aren't too dissimilar. A couple little changes there.
I had to really grind my teeth putting Liam in there, but
yeah, like Spa, like when you actually look at Spa and you break down the results, there wasn't a lot to be stoked about. Even like awarding trophies, it was like, wow, there's so many drivers were shit. And then,
well, that was the thing. You look at like the bottom 3 were pretty much the rookies and Stroll who couldn't keep the tyres on them. They had to make another stop.
Yeah, well,
like, embarrassing.
Yeah.
Colapinto, Hadjar, and I think Stroll.
Yeah.
You know, maybe there was some others, but all had to put a 2nd set of tyres on because they just couldn't keep the dries under them, the mediums.
Okay, well, my lack of response to your Liam Lawson, which I know you're disappointed in. You thought you were.
I just thought you'd give me something.
No, well, I had him in bronze as well. Top of the rookies. Yeah. So I checked it 3 times. I was like, no, there's no way.
He was the 2nd best Red Bull car.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. So I was like, yeah, I can't believe it. He was in tricky conditions. He came out treacherous. Top. No, yeah.
FDF, I made sure.
I still was picturing the hour and a half I had to sit through not watching racing.
It made me laugh when I did realize Yuki didn't make 10.
Yeah,
I was like, are you serious?
Yeah,
and he qualified 7th. You had an opportunity.
Yeah, I really wanted to put him in like noob or your trash or something, but then I was like, I heard that he didn't get pitted. They pit Verstappen first and basically sacrificed Yuki. You know, it put him out of the points.
Okay.
It was all kind of up against him, but whatever.
Whatever, indeed.
Silver, Alex Albon. 6.
Okay.
You really don't like him, eh?
I like him,
You
but
really
he's
have
just
no
doing...
respect to Williams.
He's doing what he should be doing.
I don't like all this shade that you're throwing at
No,
Williams.
I don't know why you're acting like this is abnormal. If anything,
I'm not
you're throwing shade. You're like, well, look at this.
Well, I haven't put him in diamond, but
He's just doing what he should be doing.
That's
Where
what I'm
that
saying,
car
right?
has been.
I'm
That's
not
what
acting. I'm not saying he's abnormal. I'm saying I'm giving him credit. He deserves it. Like,
he's doing a good job.
dude is doing an excellent job. And no one's really talking about him too.
I would go as far as to say he should be finishing in that 6th to 8th realm every week.
Yeah. Can I continue?
But Gabe shouldn't be finishing 9th every week. So that's why I've got him in there. Not.
No, I mean, I did think
And
about putting him
Lawson
in there.
definitely shouldn't be finishing
Yeah.
8th or whatever. Anyway, continue.
Gold I awarded to Charles Leclerc. 4th in the sprint and 3rd in the actual race. I did, like you, tinker about putting him up above Max Verstappen, but Max had a 1st and a 4th.
I didn't have Max at all.
Oh, didn't you?
No.
Oh, you had both Ferrari guys in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Wow. That's... Jeez, okay.
He lucked out with his qualifying position in the sprint to take the sprint win.
He still had to get it done.
Good on him, for sure.
I mean, classic Max. Putting
Okay,
it to the
is
McLaren
Max
boys.
Verstappen and Red Bull there to win sprint races? Clearly, they've won 11. That's absolutely nuts. That they've
Well,
got.
you don't have to throw your pencil at me. I mean, I know you're angry and upset, but geez. All right.
It's absolutely nuts that he's won 11 and the next best is 12 now.
Well, he's
And the
won
next,
12 now.
Next
Yeah,
best
so
is 2.
You're stepping all over my point. You don't even have him in there.
Like that's
But yeah,
nuts.
12 sprint victories,
yeah.
and then, there's like half a dozen guys on 2. Yeah.
That's pretty nuts. But is Red Bull there to win sprint races?
Well, at points, it's trophies,
Because
it's
come Grand
silverware.
Prix time, couldn't even get a... Is it silverware?
Well,
Do they
he's
get a
still got-
trophy?
He's still got a 4th place.
Do they get a trophy for the sprint?
I don't know.
Well,
They
you
get
just said
something.
silverware. You come out all guns blazing
I'm
confident.
assuming they get something. I click off pretty quick on the sprint races.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually don't know. Chris will have to let us know. Or Dave. Is it Dave?
I don't know. Chris 2.0, I think now.
Yeah, true.
So many guys have cycled through. Kind
Just
of like your house.
trying to find... Look out.
Okay, and Diamond, Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, yeah, because Max was platinum. Diamond Oscar. 2nd and 1st, dominant all weekend.
Mm.
Hit me with the
Sunday sesh. Yes,
Sunday
yes,
sesh.
yes,
I've been
yes.
looking forward to this, and I even have a sneaky suspicion I might know
You're
what
right.
it might be
No.
about.
Nope.
Okay.
Is that... Well, what do you think?
No, I don't
'Cause
want
there
to
was-
because I want to pretend
well,
like I
I was
thought
this
of it
was a tough-
organically.
This was a tough week. You can tell me after.
Okay.
Tell me after before we wrap up.
Yeah, all right.
Because I'm interested. Because yeah.
Well, I only saw one thing in my feed kind of pop up a couple of times,
Mm.
and
I haven't seen anything.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Because this is a niche one. You're not going to get it.
All right,
Which is
fine.
my favourite.
All right, fine.
Sunday sesh. I'm going to ask you a question about something that happened on this day. If you get it right, you're a F1 purist. If you get it wrong, you're a Drive to Survive fanboy.
Thanks, Will Buxton.
I'm just letting the people know. The box bashes. And it's you versus those box bashes.
Yeah, I've had a rough run. You've been
Really wringing the neck of these.
yeah, you have, yeah.
So you just wait.
Reeling it back in.
You just wait. Yeah. I'm not on your side. That's clear. On this day, the 1986
Oh, wow, yeah, okay. Definitely not what I was.
German Grand Prix was run at the Hockenheimring.
Mm-hmm.
The race ended with a nation 1-2.
Great.
As in 2 guys from the same nation.
Great.
What nation took the spoils?
So I just have to think of the nation.
I've got 3 hints, but feel free to start.
1986.
1986 is a
Yeah,
nation 1-2.
Okay, well, that really gives me nothing. I mean, how many countries are out there?
It doesn't matter how many. Not every country's got a race car driver.
Well, that's true. Give me my first hint.
This nation and their drivers
Mhm.
have won a total of 8 championships
A total of 8. Okay, so
between
that's-
all the drivers that
they're
are
definitely not-
from this nationality.
they're definitely not Brits because they love to dish out championships to them. Give me the second hint.
This nation still owns a spot on the calendar.
Yeah. Okay, I'm leaning towards like Brazil or Canada. Third hint.
The winner of the race
Mhm.
was Max Verstappen's father-in-law.
Max Verstappen's father. That's Nelson PK. I really wish I knew what.
I knew you wouldn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I was so
Can I
confident.
phone a friend?
No, don't have time for that.
Nelson PK. What It's funny. I can picture his daughter more than I can picture him. This probably says more about me as an F1 fan.
That's
where
very true.
you probably don't know what she looks like, and you dream about Nelson Piquet all the time.
No comment.
I know they're European, aren't they? So
I don't know what they do in their free time.
so that takes out Brazil. Piquet is such a weird surname too. It doesn't even give you any sort of like
vibes.
No
Vibes.
Yeah. Is he Spanish? The Spaniards have a few. They have a few titles, don't they? Spaniards. Yeah, let's lock that in. Spain. Yeah.
No, incorrect.
Well, hang on. How am I close? Is it Europe?
I don't know. I don't.
Well, you don't know what the country is,
No, I got the country.
but you don't know where it's located.
I do,
In the
but
world.
you've burnt your cookies.
Is it in Europe?
No,
So was it? You don't know, do you?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think
wow,
so.
that's
No, I'm gonna
embarrassing.
say no. It's not.
Okay. So
I
was
don't
it?
think.
Okay, now you got to tell me what
No,
it
no.
is.
Well, I was always going to tell you.
Yeah.
This is Brazil.
It was okay. So Brazil definitely isn't in Europe.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
let's clarify that right now.
Nelson Piquet.
I'm glad that I don't come off looking as dumb now.
No, that's. I'm just not confident in my geography.
Wow, I hit it on the head pretty much straight up, didn't I?
You did, and I was
Yeah.
pretty sad. I thought you were going to not be able to think of anything else and just throw that off the cuff like you did
Well,
Spain.
I was racking my brain trying to think like, have I seen anything with him at
Well,
Brazil, like being his home race?
Bonus points. Who comes second?
In 1986. No, I couldn't tell you.
Ayrton Senna.
Oh well, yeah, of course, yeah.
Hmm.
Duh.
The Nige took out P3.
Mansell,
Yes.
the mustache. Yeah.
The
Nice.
Ni-
Yeah.
The Nige.
I'm disappointed in myself. I kind of had it there.
You kinda
and
had
then
it.
I second guessed
It's
myself.
funny because I was so confident because originally I had the race
Yeah.
winner was Nelson Piquet, and I'm like, I'll throw an extra hurdle on there, and
Mm.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. It's not hard. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen's father-in-law is Nelson Piquet.
Yeah.
But I gave you an extra hurdle in there. But I was so confident you wouldn't know his nationality.
Yeah,
That I gave you
like
the
I said, I
answer.
was trying to find something to connect, like
Because the
him to
other
a
option
country,
I was
but-
going to say Nelson Fittipaldi, and I'm like, I feel like that name you could kind of latch
right
on to the
straight
Brazil.
away. Yeah,
Because he wasn't in the race, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I could be like, it's Nelson Fittipaldi's.
So it's funny that you say that because the thing that I saw was like on this day was the day that Felipe Massa took the spring to the face. So my
yeah, no, I
feed
did
was
see
just
that.
flooded with his busted up
I
skull.
did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought, this might be your,
No,
on this
didn't even
day.
come across.
Yeah. So, all right,
No, very interesting.
very good.
So, but yeah, there's your stat. I knew that of all the Brazilians, Massa, Barrichello,
Yeah.
Senna,
That was the one that would throw me.
Fittipaldi.
Yeah, you picked
Yeah.
the one that threw me.
I knew Nelson would get you.
Yeah, I'm just I give myself half a point. I said it.
This is what you did last week. You go, it kind of sounds like yada, yada,
Yeah.
yada, and then you don't say that.
Yeah,
So you don't get half a point. You get 0 points.
I should just go off my gut instinct.
You really
right up.
should.
Yeah.
Because
See,
you
but I
clearly-
know you. I know that you're intentionally trying to throw me off track.
But I give you
So
good
I
enough
look-
hints. I told
Yeah.
you the winner of the race. All you had to do.
Mm.
And I'm like, 8 world champions. Yeah, you're pretty smart. It's not Australia.
I'll still put
There's
it
no
down.
world
that-
championships
yeah,
there.
this
That's not
is
enough.
a pretty stupid question.
You have no idea how hard this is some weeks.
I'm sure it is.
When it's like 5 people who've had half a Grand Prix between them, 6 people who died 60 years ago,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then 4 random Grand Prix.
Yeah.
And trying
Hey.
to find something
Well,
interesting.
look, I appreciate your hard work. It sounds like it's a really tough job.
And I had to work today.
Yeah.
So,
All right. That's Spa. Massive disappointment, but still stoked that
Got
Oscar
the
came
win.
away with the win. 16 points in the championship.
Yep.
You're right. He does need to extend that as much as possible.
I want him to
before we
have-
leave Europe,
25 points or more,
surely.
like a win.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
even that doesn't feel safe.
I still have faith in my boy. I still think overall.
That doesn't feel safe based on reliability concerns.
Hmm.
They have had none yet, which is
No, there was
odd
some
after
rumble.
13.
There was some rumblings about PU talk early on in the weekend,
Mm.
and because Mercedes have had power unit issues.
Yeah.
What's
That's what I wonder. I wonder if McLaren had been maybe changing their engines a little early to avoid that, and then
Yeah.
maybe they'll have to take a penalty later in the year to get an extra engine or something.
Well,
Hopefully not.
Whatever it is, hopefully they do it at the same time.
Yeah.
And it
Give
seems
them
like they
both the same.
probably will, unless
Yeah.
someone blows up.
That way,
mid-race.
whoever qualifies third will get pole.
Yeah.
First and second can go back to 11th and 12th, and
Yeah.
we have a nice run through the field.
Yeah.
That sounds like good, actually.
Yeah.
Like the sound of that.
All right, back-to-back week. I love it. So the Hungary,
The Hungary,
Yeah.
the Hungary ring.
the Hungary ring. So I'll see you here again next week.
I can't wait.
GG's.
All right.